Alright guys, this is the Aten US3342 USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 USB hub. This device gives you power pass-through to charge a laptop as needed, as well as the fun little function of being a KVM switch between all of your devices. Be it your desktop and laptop, two laptops, two desktops, it doesn't matter. It's a 4-port USB KVM. There is no, and I repeat, zero DVI, HDMI display ports. This is only for USB, includes USB-A's and a USB-C up front. This is the device here. It has a nice sleek design. The design is all aluminum on the outside. Nice hard casing, nice little feet pads on the bottom. These don't move very easily, very solid design. Feels like a good product. You feel like you can actually use this product. On the back here, we have a few different ports. Going from the right side to the left side, we have computer 2, USB-C 3.2 Gen 2, which means 5 gigahertz or 5 gigabits per second of pass-through. Port 1 here is the exact same. You also have your power port. This port here, if you can see that on the screen, this port here is for powering devices. This is what you'd plug in if you want to power a device. I believe it does power up to 85 watts. So if your laptop requires more than that, it's not going to work, but if it doesn't, you should be okay. This final one here is for the remote, which is a little 2.5 millimeter, not 3, 2.5 millimeter, little button, as you can see here, a little tactile press, and it switches between it. One thing I do want to note about that button, however, if both computers are offline, it will not switch. If one computer is online, it will not switch to the offline one. You have to have both on in order to switch to the offline. Now that does not stay if, like my desktop here on my left hand side, has Wake on LAN, where you have a little bit of power always going through it, it will still register and allow you to switch to that device. I have found that, even though I'm not in a LAN port, there is still a little bit of power happening in the USB. Up on the front side here, you have your 4 ports. These first 3 here are USB-A's. Should be able to see those now. Those are USB-A ports. USB 3.2 still, but USB-A with a USB-C kicker at the end. The way I currently have this configured is I have my Elgato Cam Link right here. This is a very power hungry device. I have my USB keyboard. Here I have my Go XLR. And in this port here, the USB-C, I actually have a USB-C USB 3.0 hub, which has 5 different USB 3.0 ports on it at a time. In that, I have a few different things plugged into it, flash drives, a couple extra things that I switch between when I go between work and play. But I don't use this hub very often. It is mainly just these 3 to switch between my personal and my work computer at any time. Note, I do not use my current mouse with it. The only reason for that is because I have an issue with my docking station, which unfortunately causes an issue and it drops connection from time to time. However, I have tried it with my mouse and it works flawlessly. Here on the top side of it, like I said, you have a nice aluminum top. You also have 2 little icons here. These little icons denote your first and second options. It'll let you know which PC you're connected to. It helps, if you remember which PC you're connected to, unlike me, where I have screwed that up multiple times. This device comes with 2 USB-C cables. These cables are 3.3 feet apiece, so they're a little on the short side. I wish these would have been about 6 feet long each, as my desk is longer, therefore I need more width. I actually went on Amazon and purchased a USB 3.2 Gen 2 X2 USB cable, 2 of them, at 6 feet a pop. Now granted, those do give me 20 gigabits per second instead of 10 gigabits per second like this baby does, but I wanted to A, future-proof myself, and B, have a nice long cable. Now let's talk about performance of this device. Everything switches fairly fast. This does switch between 7 seconds, 8 seconds, give or take, for everything to fully configure after you swap it over. Very fast, almost no hiccups with the device. I did have issue early on with this device when it came to my Elgato Cam Link. I did find that for this very specific device, when I plug in to each of my USB-C ports here, a PCI Express card, as well as a USB 3.2 Gen 1 USB PCIe card as well, so I have more controllers to work with, and I'm not overloading my motherboard, even though my X570 motherboard is more than enough. So if this is something you're looking to use with your Cam Link or another Elgato device, this is a great device to do that with. Just make sure you have the controller bandwidth and you will be set to go. Some negatives about this device are that it does not switch over as easily sometimes. Once in a blue moon, you do hit the button and it does not actually switch. Now, I've written this down to being more of an issue that I found with the devices needing to be powered on properly in order to do the switch, but it does make for a little bit of a headache if you forget to turn the device off or turn the device back on and you go to switch over. You do run into a little bit of a problem. All in all, if you are a 2-PC streamer, if you have a work and play laptop, work desktop, work laptop, and you work from home, this is an absolute necessity. It retails for about $130 on bhphoto.com as well as Amazon. You can find it. I believe you can find it at Best Buy and a few other sites. I'll post links to that down in the description box down here. Now, working from home, having two systems on your desk at any point in time, worth every penny. Also, maybe if you're even in the office and you need to switch back and forth between 2 PCs at your desk, if you're in IT, this would be something to do too. This would definitely be a solution for you. Now, that being said, if you don't have additional ports on your monitor for HDMI or DVI, this will not work for you too well. You need to have those ports in order to get the visual that you need on the other screen. Now, that being said, if you have a dedicated monitor for your other PC and you're just switching over to that, this will work just fine without a problem. The only other thing I wish I could find with this device, and this may be a separate buy for me, is to find a USB hub that has 4 outputs, only for USB, couple inputs, nothing fancy, just a keyboard, mouse, plugged into my Raspberry Pis, that way I can easily switch between them and do some non-SSH action. But for this case, that doesn't really apply here. I would say if you're looking for a device to switch between your keyboard and mouse, this is the device you would want to buy. This is a great little toy, nice packaging, works great. Just make sure you buy some longer cables if needed. I'll have those cables that I purchased in the description box below for your convenience. I hope you enjoyed this tech tip from Tech Talk Tuesday. I'm your host, Corey, and please feel free to hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below as well. Let me know what you think of this tech tip. I'll be making more of these videos for your work from home needs to help make your work from home experience even better. If you're continuing to do so, have a great day, everyone, and I will talk to you later.